Hi, I'm Allie. Join me as I show you how to make this Railways bracelet in pretty Valentine's colors. Remember, if you need any materials, go ahead and look below the video. In the description, we'll put links there to get back to our website so you can get the pearls, crystals, and tubelet beads you need. Gather up your supplies and let's get started. So for this Railways bracelet, we're going to be using some 4mm Potomac Crystal Bicones, some 3mm Potomac pearls, tubelet beads, some 2mm or 3mm smaller crystals, and then I have a pretty Rivoli to go in with one of my clasp garden interchangeable clasps. 2 colors of 11 and 1 color of 15 OC beads. We're going to pretty much move everything off to the side, and we are going to begin with a stop bead. So I'm picking up a bead that is yellow because I know it's not part of my project, and I'm going to take that down to the bottom of about 4.5 to 5 feet of some size 6 dragon thread. I don't need to leave myself too much of a tail at all because this bracelet we're going to be going up and back quite a bit. I'm going to take the thread through that bead that is called a stop bead 2 times, and then we're going to begin our right angle weave. We're going to be doing 2 rows of right angle weave that are going to run down the sides, and then we're going to connect them with our railways and using our ties there with our tubelet beads. Keeping it very festive for Valentine's Day. We're going to start with these bright red 4mm bicones, and we're starting with 4 of them and dropping them down to that stop bead. You're going to take your needle and thread back through beads number 1, 2, and 3 and exit your thread and needle prior to bead number 4. That is going to pull this into a nice little squared shape. From here, we're going to keep going and make it longer. You're going to add 1, 2, and 3 more beads. We're coming out of that 3rd bead there, that bead that's on the right-hand side of the box that we just created. We're adding 3 beads, and then we're going to sew into the top of that bead that our thread is currently coming out of. And we are going to bring our thread and needle down. And then we're going to sew through the next 2 beads. The bottom of the next box, bead number 1 that we just added, out of those 3. And then up through bead number 2. When doing right angle weave, you always want to get to the right-hand side of the last unit or the last box that you've created. So sometimes it's hard to see with those first 2. We're going to go in, and I'm going to do this a little bit slower. 1, 2, and 3 beads go on. Our thread and needle is currently coming out of the top of that right-hand most bead from the unit prior. We're going to go into the bottom after adding those 3 beads onto our needle and thread. And then we're going to go through what is now the top bead. And we're going to make sure our thread and needle come out the right-hand side. Doing this one more time. 1, 2, and 3 new crystals. Going into the opposite side that your bead is currently the thread coming out of. And then you're going to sew over 2 beads, either the top or the bottom. Every time it's going to be opposite. So this one was through the bottom, the last one was through the top. The next one will be through the top. And then once again, out the right-hand most bead or the right side bead there of that last unit that you're creating. You are going to get very familiar with this because we need to do 2 rows of this. 1 row up, and then we're going to do a whole nother row and then link the 2 together. So continue on doing about 6.5 to 7 inches of this right angle weave before we go in and connect it to one of our clasps. Decorate it a little bit, and then, start a whole nother row of it on the opposite side. Once you have one side of your right angle weave done, I want you to put on 3 11-0 seed beads, and I'm using my silver lined amethyst color, and I'm going to go up through my clasp. Now, if you want to, because you're still working on it, you're the first side, I would go ahead and use your tongue. Also, it's a good idea to glue your crystal in first just to make sure nothing happens before you get your bracelet done and then attach it to it. I'm going to go up through the one side of the tongue here. I'm going to go down through the 11-0 seed bead right there. That was first, right before the tongue. And then I'm going to add 2 more seed beads on. While I'm here, I'm going to reinforce that clasp one more time. And those 2 seed beads that I'm going to go into the opposite side of that 4mm bead, almost like I was ready to do another piece of the right angle weave. Pull that nice and closed, and there's that one side now on. Go back up through those 2 seed beads, the one right before that's shared by both threads, through the clasp, over the clasp, back down through that same seed bead, through those two 11-0 seed beads. And now we're going to go back down to the second side, or we're going to go back down to the starting side of the piece. Everything that we do on this first side, we are going to do on the second side as well. You can see the sample piece, I did the opposite using pearls as my base. This one I'm using crystals as my base, and we're going to put pearls on the top. So you can really change it up and change up the design however you want. Lots of things can be used for this. What we're going to do now is put some crystals over the top of the piece. And then once we're done with that side, we're going to do the same thing on the other and connect in the middle with the tubelets. If you are someone that is really great at right angle weave, if you want to, prior to starting your second side or starting it as a completely second piece, you can go in here and do your 2 15-0s followed by your 1 11-0 tubelet over, add your pearl, and then come back over to the opposite side and then go up to the next one and kind of circle around, getting one row of your beads onto the side. But right now, those of you that aren't great with right angle weave, we're going to continue on back down to the other side, that starter side, connect our clasp, as well as add some embellishments and do the same thing. And we're going to attach with the tubelets last. As we continue down the bracelet, we're going to pop a pearl in between each one of our right angle weave rows. Coming out the seed beads after the clasp, I want you to sew through that first 4mm bicone. Picking up my gold color, I'm going to pick up one gold 11-0 seed bead, followed by one of my 3mm pearls, followed by another 11-0 seed bead. From here, I'm coming out the top of the bead on the right-hand side of this right angle unit. I'm going to go into the bottom of the bead on the left-hand side of that box. That's going to stretch the seed beads and pearls over the top of the bicones and just decorate that little box there. From here, that same thing repeats the whole way down the bracelet. So you're adding an 11-0, a pearl, an 11-0, coming out the top of the right-hand bead of that right angle unit, and we're going to go into the bottom of the left-hand bead of the right angle unit. So we're not sewing through the top or the bottom bead of the right angle unit, just the side beads. And you can see this is a pretty bracelet just all on its own. Because we're constantly going from the top to the bottom, you're going to notice your bracelet spin just a tiny little bit, and it's going to kind of start to twist a little bit. Don't worry about that. When we add our last row of our crystals along the sides, it will sit just fine. So go ahead and embellish the top of your right angle weave with your pearls. After you finish putting on your pearls on the top of the bracelet, you can see how pretty of just a little Valentine's bracelet this is. On the wrist, you can go in there and put on your 3 seed beads up through your clasp, just like we did on the other end. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add another row of crystals along the outer edge. So I've gone ahead and I've gone through and put my thread and needle in there, did my seed beads around my loop back down through the seed bead, again, just like we did the other side. And now I'm coming out through the exterior or the outside 4mm crystal. In between there, you're going to put your 2 or 3mm crystal and then run down through that outer row. Because remember when we did the pearl and the 11-0 seed bead here, we only went through the middle beads. Now what we're doing is putting on that little extra, oops, get that tail out of there, that little extra crystal bling that's going to sit to the exterior to grab a little bit more light on this design. So go ahead and run your thread and needle the whole way down the piece here, adding another 2 or 3mm. You can also add a pearl here if you want. And you're just going to pick up your bead and sew right down through that exterior outside line of your 4mm crystals. After you finish this first row, it's time to get some string ready and another needle and get ready to do the second row. I just want to show you, I did a little bit of grouping here since I had a little bit of thread left, and just show you kind of how it's going to get connected there as well. Showing you how it's going to go into that nice kind of railroad tie look as we go in and connect, these pieces of the right angle weave. So I'm going to go in and make my long strand of right angle weave and then come back and I'm going to connect it to that, which I already have done. I'll show you how to do that. But the easiest way for a beginner, go ahead and make a whole nother second row, attach it to your clasp, and then we're going to go in and link the two together with our tubelets. As you're making your second row, the big thing to keep in mind is that you made them the exact same length. So you want to make sure I have 25 units and they're easiest to count with the pearls, that 25 units are going the same. And here as I'm connecting to the base line right here, making sure that I'm going up and doing my 3 seed beads and then coming back down through that shared seed bead, that when you're putting these on, you're making sure that the clasps also face in the correct direction. So you want to make sure when you're doing this that the clasp closure is going to actually close correctly. I also want to show you this before we get the tubelets on in the middle, in case you want to go in and just make a multi-strand bracelet. You can add these then to your wrist. You can see that I put the pearls facing in towards one another, and I just have to go back and put my extra little crystals along the edge. But go ahead and right now make sure that those 2 are completed. I'm going to go back down this line then, adding in the 4 millimeters to the bottom row like we did the top here, and then we're going to get ready to add our tubelets to link them together. So I've done a couple in the middle here so you can see the pattern, how you're connecting the one side to the other. And I'm going to show you how we're going in and creating basically kind of these figure eights. What you're going to want to do is come out the first of your interior bicone, and we're going to call this the right side and the left side. You can see I've added 2 of my alternate color, my purplish color of that 11-0 before, and you're going to add that before each one. You're coming out the right bicone, that innermost bicone, and you are going to add 2 of your 15-0 seed beads, followed by 1 of your gold 11-0, followed by whichever color. I'm alternating between my red and my pink, followed by a gold 11 and 2 more of your 15s. Go to the opposite side here to the interior 4 millimeter on the other side that lines up, and you're going to sew up through that 4 millimeter. I know it's hard to see with so many crystals, kind of what you're doing there, but you're basically connecting those 2 sides of your ladder. From here, 2 more 15s go on, 1 more 11, back through the tublet, 1 more 11, 2 15s, and then back through that same right side 4 millimeter bead from the top towards the bottom. So you can see it's just kind of like a big figure 8. In between those 2 then, grab 2 of your 11-0s in that silver lined light amethyst color and down through the next 4 millimeter bicone. We're going to come back then and add those 2 11-0 seed beads on the left-hand side after we get down to the bottom of the project. So once again, coming out the bottom left there, you're going to add 2 15s followed by a gold 11, followed by whatever color tubelet is next. Mine is red this time. Gold, 2 15s that are a little bit off screen, over to the next 4 millimeter bead. And as you get further, this gets easier and easier to work with and hold because they line up a little bit nicer. Through that center 4 that sits parallel to it. We're creating perpendicular lines to it. Give a nice tight pull. 2 more 15s, followed by a gold 11. Back through that same tubelet that we just put on. Needle out right after that tubelet. 11-0. 2 more of my 15s hiding up here right out of screen. Back through that same 4 millimeter bead that our thread was currently coming out of. Once you're through there, drop those 2 11-0s, which are going to line up right along the bottom there, and down to the next one. So go ahead and gather up and connect those 25 units. Our last thing that we're going to do is basically flip it over and put our 2 11-0 seed beads between those on the left-hand side. So keep going, changing up your color of your tubelets if you want to, and getting the order of this nice wide Railways bracelet that's kind of Valentine's theme as we work with it. Once you get down here to the bottom and you're going through your last bicone, setting in there your last tubelet bead, you can see how pretty and fun it looks along the piece. We are going to go to the opposite side. Now you have a bunch of threads here that you can tie off. You have starter threads. You do want to do that. We're going to retrace our thread line then, get our thread burner. And you can see here how this side sits a little bit nicer and the other one sits a little bit down. That's because we need to put those 2 11-0 seed beads in to make it not have the twist in it. And if I could open up this Railway bag here, I'll show you exactly what that side's going to look like. I'm going to take my stop bead off here too and tie onto that thread there, finishing that off. And it's going to have that beautiful pink opal clasp in it to go along. I'm going to take my needle and thread here from this right side of the bracelet after tying it off around my right angle weave. And all the threads that are sitting here are just thread ends. Make sure not to get them involved in the piece here, but you can keep them kind of off to the side because I love to use my thread burner. I'm going to go in here, coming out along the side then. I'm going to go back into my piece here, through my tubelet, and basically getting through to the opposite side. I'm going to go through the tubelet down towards the bottom. We're going to take our thread and needle then around the piece one more time, tie off that starter thread, and then the easiest thing to do is just to flip it over. Look and see that line of your 11 seed beads there. We're going to go through now and take our seed beads right along the line here. So you're going to go through that through that 4 millimeter bicone there on the interior. Grab 2 of your light amethyst silver lined 11s, put them onto your needle, and go up through the next 4 millimeter bicone. You want to push these seed beads towards the bottom. The bicones kind of go towards the top, which allow it to sit that tubelet bead goes right where it should be and towards the front of the design. So I must push them down as you're going in and adding this last little step and this last line of seed beads. After we do this, your bracelet is complete. You've got all these railroad ties in there and your railway is ready to go. So again, 2 11s on and just literally sewing up the line there of the design. Once you have your seed beads done, your beautiful Railways bracelet is completed. It is really pretty whether or not you want to do just the sides, if you want to do the middle, changing up colors, and really having fun with that embellishment. You can have them sit closer together by changing out the tubelet in the middle for a 4 millimeter bicone if you want to, or have any really bead run down the center. Same thing when it comes to the right angle weave along the sides. If you want to switch it out to pearls, you can do so. You can look how different the pearls versus the crystals look from the top to the bottom. It's really fun to see that design element. Thanks so much for joining me in creating this beautiful Railways bracelet. I can't wait for all the different color combinations to be put in there and actually see what you guys choose to put on the top and the bottom, the pearls or the crystals, and all of the different lines going through the center. As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for joining in and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.